You think this red fruit is your best friend. Your whole life you have been told that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But I have a shocking secret to tell you today. A secret that comes straight from the top scientists and doctors in America. What if I told you that the way you are eating that apple right now after age 60 is actually doing the exact opposite? It might sound unbelievable. But new reports from major health organizations like the National Institutes of Health and the Environmental Working Group show a hidden danger. They show that simple mistakes with this everyday fruit can quietly harm your digestion, raise your blood sugar, and even expose your tired liver and kidneys to hidden toxins without you ever realizing it. Today, we are going to be health detectives. We are going to uncover the 9 most common and dangerous mistakes people make when eating apples. We are using real science to protect you, and you must listen very closely because the last mistake we will talk about, mistake number 9, is a massive red flag warning. It is a danger that could mess with your blood thinners and could save your life. If you want to protect your health and learn the truth from science, please subscribe to our Ageless Vitality channel right now so you do not miss any important warnings. Are you ready to learn the whole truth about the apple? Let's go. Before we open the list of mistakes, we need to understand something very important. The apple itself is not the problem. The problem is that no one warned you that the map of your own body has changed. After you turn 60, your body house is different than it was when you were 20 or 30. Think of your digestive system like a factory. When you were young, it was a brand new high-tech factory that could process anything quickly. But now it is an older factory. The workers are a little bit slower and more tired. They cannot handle difficult jobs as fast as they used to. Think of your immune system and your liver like security guards. After decades of hard work, they are a little bit weary. They are not as fast at spotting intruders like chemicals or toxins, and sometimes they get confused and overreact to things that used to be harmless. So when you eat an apple now, your body reacts completely differently to the pesticides on the skin, the natural sugars inside, and even the fiber. That is why something as innocent as how you wash it, how you store it, or even which part you throw away could actually be stealing the very benefits you are hoping for. From heart protection to smoother digestion. We are going to walk through the 9 silent saboteurs one by one. We will disarm the traps together using the best science available. Let's start right here with the first group. These are the invisible enemies that you cannot see, but that can slowly poison your system. First mistake, eating the invisible poison crust. This is one of the easiest mistakes to make and one of the most dangerous. Many people believe that simply rinsing an apple under cool running water for a few seconds is enough to clean it. But here is the hard truth straight from scientists at the Environmental Working Group. Most conventionally grown apples that are not organic are covered in pesticide residues and wax coatings that plain water alone cannot remove. In fact, apples consistently rank near the very top of the Dirty Dozen list. That is a list of fruits that have the most pesticides on them even after being washed. Some of these chemicals are designed to resist rain and moisture. This means they cling tightly to the apple skin like an invisible poisonous crust. For a younger person with a fast, strong liver, these small traces might not be a big deal. But after 60, your body's detox system is slower. That means these tiny chemical residues, which might have gone unnoticed before, can now start to build up in your system. Over time, they can quietly strain your liver, and kidneys contribute to fatigue and inflammation, and even confuse your hormones. Take the story of Helen. She was 74 years old. She loved apples so much she would snack on 2 or 3 a day straight from the fruit bowl, just giving them a quick rinse. Over time, she began experiencing digestive discomfort and strange occasional skin rashes that she dismissed as just part of aging. When her nutritionist finally suggested switching to organic apples and cleaning them properly with a baking soda solution, her symptoms began fading within weeks. So, how do you actually make apples safe to eat? Here is the rule from the experts. Choose organic whenever possible. They are grown without synthetic pesticides, protecting your tired liver from unnecessary chemical stress. If you buy regular apples, wash them thoroughly. The best way is to soak them for 10 to 15 minutes in a large bowl of water mixed with 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then rinse and dry them well. The baking soda helps break down the pesticides. Another good option is to mix 1 part vinegar with 3 parts water and use that to wash them. And for added safety, use a fruit brush to gently scrub the peel. This helps physically remove the wax coatings where chemicals like to hide. Apples are nature's daily medicine, but only when they are truly clean. Do not let a hidden layer of chemicals turn a healing fruit into a toxic snack. Third mistake: swallowing the tiny cyanide pill. Wait, Dr. Adams, did you skip mistake number 2? No, I did not. We are grouping these by type, and this one belongs right here with the poisons. Here is a surprising truth that many seniors do not know, and this comes directly from warnings by medical experts. Inside the core of every single apple lies something you should never ever eat. Its seeds. They may look harmless, tiny, and natural brown specks, but those small brown seeds contain a natural compound called amygdalin. When you chew these seeds, or if they get crushed in a powerful blender, that compound is released. And when it hits your stomach, your digestion converts it into hydrogen cyanide. Yes, you heard that right. Cyanide, one of the most potent and famous natural poisons known to science. Now, before you panic, let us be clear. Swallowing 1 or 2 whole seeds by accident once in a while will not harm you. Your body can easily neutralize such tiny amounts. The seeds usually just pass right through you. But the danger comes when people chew them regularly, or worse, when they blend whole apple seeds core and all into smoothies, thinking they are getting extra nutrients. This is a common and very dangerous misconception. When you crush the seeds, you release the toxin. And for older adults whose detox systems are already slower, this is a big problem. Cyanide interferes with how your cells use oxygen. Over time, even small doses consumed daily can add unnecessary stress to your liver and kidneys, which are already working hard. Take Nancy, a 72-year-old. She read online that apple seeds were good for you, so she began blending whole apple seeds and all into her morning green smoothies. Within a few weeks, she noticed chronic fatigue and a very unusual metallic taste in her mouth. Her doctor found her liver enzymes were elevated and had to gently explain the truth. Her healthy smoothie was quietly overloading her system with trace toxins. After she started coring her apples and removing the seeds, her health and energy returned. Here is the absolute rule from medical doctors. Never ever chew or blend apple seeds. If you make apple smoothies or juice, always take the time to use an apple corer or a knife to remove the core completely first. 7th mistake: rescuing the moldy enemy. I am jumping ahead again to keep all the poison mistakes together. This is a mistake many thrifty seniors make without realizing how dangerous it truly is. You see a small, soft brown bruise or a little fuzzy white patch on your apple. You hate to waste food, so you think, oh, it is fine. I will just cut off that bad part and eat the rest of the apple. Please stop doing this. Science tells us this is a very bad idea. What you cannot see with your naked eye is that mold does not just stay in one little spot you can see. It is like an iceberg. The part you see is just the tip. Mold has microscopic roots like tiny invisible threads that spread deep through the fruit's flesh, long before you can see them on the surface. Once mold begins to grow, it releases dangerous toxins called mycotoxins. These are poisonous substances that penetrate deep beneath the skin. Even small amounts of these compounds can damage your liver and kidneys and weaken your immune system over time. They are even linked to a higher risk of cancer. A study found that a large percentage of moldy fruit samples still contained active toxins even after the visible mold was completely cut away. That means your salvaged apple slice could still be carrying harmful toxins that silently stress your aging body. This risk increases significantly after 60 because, as we have discussed, your liver's ability to neutralize contaminants naturally declines. What might just cause a mild tummy ache in a younger person could trigger inflammation or serious digestive distress in a senior. Here are the golden rules for safety based on science. Inspect every apple closely before you eat it. Look for soft spots, wrinkling skin, or discoloration. Never eat an apple with visible mold, even if it is just a tiny spot. Do not try to be a hero and rescue it. The toxins spread deeper than you think. If an apple smells musty sour or fermented like alcohol, it is time to toss it, not eat it. Remember, your body does not need to fight unnecessary battles with toxins. Apples are meant to nourish you, not harm you, but only if they are fresh, crisp, and free from hidden dangers. Before we move to the next section, let me ask you a quick question. Have you ever just rinsed an apple quickly under the tap and eaten it without thinking? Or maybe you have cut a bad spot off an apple to save it. If you have done either of those things, just type the word YES in the comments below. It helps me know we are all learning together. Now let us move to the second group of mistakes. These are the metabolic saboteurs, the ones that mess with your blood sugar and your digestion factory. Second mistake, the sugar and fiber flood. Yes, there can be too much of a good thing, and nutrition scientists agree. We all love the crisp, juicy sweetness of a fresh apple, especially when we are trying to eat healthy. But here is the hidden truth. Even something as wholesome as an apple can cause big problems when eaten in excess, especially for seniors. Many health-conscious people over 60 eat 2, 3, or even 4 apples a day, thinking they are doing their body a massive favor. The logic seems simple. More fruit means more vitamins and more fiber, right? But your aging digestive system factory does not see it that way. Each medium apple contains fiber, which is good. But dumping too much fiber at once into a slower, older digestive tract can overload the system. The result is a traffic jam in your gut. This leads to painful gas, severe bloating, stomach pressure, and that uncomfortable full but not satisfied feeling that can linger for hours. Even more concerning for seniors is the sugar content. A single medium apple carries about 19 grams of natural sugar, mostly fructose. It is natural, yes, but it is still sugar. Your body has to process it. When you eat several apples in a short period, your liver has to work overtime to process all that fructose. Over time, for an older body, too much of it can lead to fatigue, water retention, and can even spike your blood sugar levels, which is dangerous if you have diabetes or prediabetes. Take Frank, who was 69. He decided to get healthy and switched from eating afternoon pastries to eating apples. He felt very proud of his new habit and ate 3 apples every single day, but soon he noticed persistent, uncomfortable bloating and strange swings in his energy levels. He would feel hyper and then crash and feel tired. After talking to a dietitian, he realized he was flooding his system. He cut back to just 1 apple a day. Within a week, his digestion improved dramatically, his bloating vanished, and his energy levels stabilized. So what is the right amount according to experts? Moderation is key. For most older adults, 1 medium apple per day is the ideal amount. Remember, the goal is not to eat the most apples. The goal is to eat them smarter so your body can actually use the benefits without getting overwhelmed. Moderation keeps your digestion calm, your blood sugar steady, and your aging body grateful for every crisp bite. We still have vital information to cover. We need to talk about why eating an apple all by itself can make you feel tired and hungry. We need to talk about the biggest mistake people make with the peel. And we still need to get to mistake number 9, the biggest red flag warning of all about a hidden reaction your body might be having. Let's keep going on this journey to health. We have talked about the invisible poisons and the metabolic floods. Now we need to talk about the mistakes that steal the best benefits right out from under your nose. Fourth mistake, the lonely apple. Eating an apple all by itself might seem like the perfect, simple, low-calorie snack. But here is what most people do not realize, especially after age 60. When you eat an apple alone, particularly if your stomach is empty, it can cause a roller coaster effect in your body. Apples are rich in natural sugars and soluble fiber. While the fiber does help slow down sugar absorption slightly, it is often not enough on its own, especially for older adults whose insulin response tends to weaken with age. The result is that you might feel an initial quick burst of energy as your blood sugar rises. But this is quickly followed by a sudden crash. This crash can leave you feeling shaky, tired, cranky, and craving even more sweets just an hour later. Why does this happen? Think of the apple's sugar like kindling wood for a fire. It burns hot and fast. So what is the fix? You need to add a slow-burning log to that fire. Pairing your apple with protein or healthy fats is a total game changer. It is not about adding calories, it is about creating balance. Healthy fats and protein slow down the entire digestion process, keeping your blood sugar steady and extending the apple's energy release over several hours instead of just one. For example, slice an apple and spread a little natural peanut butter or almond butter on top. That is a perfect blend. Or eat your apple slices with some Greek yogurt or a small handful of walnuts. Think of your apple as the lead singer of a band. It shines brightest when it is supported by the other instruments. Eighth mistake, the monochrome illusion. I am jumping ahead to group this with the eating habits. This is a fancy way of saying you are stuck in a rut. Most people have a favorite apple. Maybe you love the sweet Fuji or the classic Red Delicious or the tart Granny Smith. It is a familiar comfort, and that is fine, except when it quietly limits your nutrition. You see, according to agricultural and food chemistry studies, every single apple variety carries a unique nutrient fingerprint. Eating only one type means your body keeps getting the same set of benefits over and over, while missing out on dozens of others that support your heart immunity and brain. Think of it this way. Apples are like a natural multivitamin collection. Each color signals a different mix of powerful plant medicines. Red apples are packed with compounds that protect your heart and blood vessels. Green apples have acids that aid digestion and support your liver. Yellow or pink apples are rich in compounds that help strengthen your vision and boost your immune defenses. Researchers concluded that rotating different apple types throughout the week enhances the diversity of good bacteria in your gut and provides much broader protection for your whole body. In simpler terms, variety keeps your body younger and your cells stronger. So challenge yourself. Pick a new variety every time you go to the grocery store. Your taste buds and your cells will thank you. Now, detectives, we need to focus. We are about to enter the final group of mistakes, the invisible traps. These are the mistakes that seem the most innocent, but they can have the biggest negative impact on your long-term health. And the last one, mistake number 9, is a critical warning signal from your body that you must never ignore. Let us uncover the final traps. Fifth mistake, wasting the golden shield. This is without a doubt one of the most common and costly mistakes people make with apples. 99% of people grab an apple, grab a peeler, and immediately strip off the skin and throw it in the trash. You might think peeling makes it easier to eat or cleaner, but in doing so, you are literally removing the most powerful part of the fruit. Stop doing that right now. You are throwing away treasure. Science from top universities like Cornell shows us that the apple peel is not just decoration. It is where most of the nutrition lives. Think of the skin as a golden shield protecting the fruit. This shield holds nearly half of the apple's total fiber, along with the majority of its antioxidants, vitamins, and cancer-fighting minerals. When you peel it off, you strip away nutrients that are proven to support digestion, boost immunity, and even help guard against cancer in the colon, liver, and breast. Take Linda, a 71-year-old. For years, she peeled her apples before slicing them into her oatmeal because she thought the skin was too tough. But she noticed her digestion was slowing down, and she had occasional constipation. After learning about the peel's fiber content, she changed her habit. Instead of peeling, she started washing her apples very well and blending the whole thing, skin and all, into a morning smoothie. Within a month, her digestion improved dramatically, and her energy after breakfast lasted much longer. Of course, the peel is only healthy if it is clean. So go back to mistake number 1 and make sure you are washing them properly with baking soda or vinegar to remove those pesticides. If chewing the peel feels tough for your teeth, slice your apples very thinly or bake them gently. The skin softens beautifully, but the nutrients remain. Don't be a peeler, be a healer. Eat the shield. 6th mistake, the time bomb on the counter. Most people bring their apples home and toss them into a pretty fruit bowl or leave them sitting on the kitchen counter. They look beautiful there, right? But here is the problem according to food quality studies. That simple habit can make your apples lose half their nutrients and spoil twice as fast. Apples are living fruits. They keep breathing even after being picked. They release a natural gas called ethylene, which speeds up ripening not just for themselves, but for every other fruit sitting near them. That is why your bananas turn brown faster when they sit next to apples. And as apples over-ripen sitting out in the warm kitchen, their vitamin C and antioxidants start to degrade rapidly. A recent study found that apples stored at room temperature for just 5 days lost up to 45% of their vital vitamin C content. Furthermore, as they soften, their beneficial fibers break down and their sugar concentrations become more concentrated. In other words, the longer they sit out on the counter, the less they nourish your aging body, and the more they just spike your blood sugar. Warm, humid kitchens are also the perfect environment for mold spores and bacteria to begin growing on the apple's skin, especially if you keep them trapped in plastic bags. So what is the fix? It is simple. Give your apples a better home. Your refrigerator is the best place for them. Store them in the crisper drawer. Apples stay fresh, crisp, and nutritious for 3 to 4 weeks longer at cool refrigerator temperatures. Keep them separate from other sensitive fruits like bananas or avocados so they do not make them spoil faster. It is a small shift, but one that makes a big difference. When stored correctly, apples retain the exact nutrients your body depends on to slow aging and strengthen immunity. 9th mistake, the ignored alarm bell. This is it, detectives. This is the final mistake, and it is the biggest red flag warning of all. This mistake surprises most people because apples are seen as one of the world's safest and most gentle foods. But for a growing number of older adults, what seems like a simple fruit can quietly trigger allergic reactions that mimic everyday issues like fatigue, sinus pressure, or indigestion. The truth is, apple allergies are real, and if ignored, they can cause everything from mild discomfort to dangerous inflammation. Here is the science of what is really going on. Many people who experience weird reactions to apples like itching in the mouth, tingling lips, or stomach upset after eating them raw are reacting to a specific protein in the apple. This protein closely resembles birch pollen, which is a common seasonal allergen. This means if you suffer from hay fever, especially in the spring, your aging immune system security guards may mistake the apple protein for pollen and launch a defensive attack. Doctors call this oral allergy syndrome, and it is becoming more common after age 60 as our immune systems become more reactive. Studies show that nearly 1 in 12 adults over 60 experience mild allergic symptoms to apples without realizing it. Most people just dismiss the signs like a scratchy throat or light nausea as just normal aging. But repeated exposure can make the reactions worse over time, leading to chronic inflammation, which is the root of so many age-related diseases. In severe cases, it can even lead to swelling hives or difficulty breathing. That is why it is essential to pay attention to how your body responds. That tingle is not the acid. It is your body's emergency siren. The good news is that this specific protein is heat sensitive. That means cooking or baking apples destroys the allergen, making them completely safe for most people who react to them raw. Take Daniel, who was 72. For years, he thought the slight swelling in his lips after eating raw apples was just dry skin. But after his reaction got worse one spring, his doctor identified oral allergy syndrome. When Daniel switched to eating delicious baked apples with cinnamon and homemade applesauce instead of raw ones, the symptoms disappeared completely, and he could still enjoy all the fruit's benefits safely. Here is what you need to do. Notice your body's reaction. If you feel mild itching, swelling, or discomfort after eating raw apples, stop eating them raw immediately. Try cooked apples instead. Baked, stewed, or blended into warm oatmeal. This deactivates the allergenic proteins. If symptoms persist, always talk to your doctor or an allergist for testing and advice. Food should never leave you feeling uneasy. Your goal is not to avoid apples entirely. It is to enjoy them in the form that truly supports your individual body. Wow. We have been through a lot together today. We started with a simple, innocent-looking red fruit, and we uncovered a whole world of hidden traps and dangers, especially for the older body. It can feel a little scary, can't it? You might be looking at that apple in your kitchen right now and feeling afraid to touch it, but I do not want to leave you feeling afraid. I want to leave you feeling powerful. We are entering the final chapter now, turning the enemy back into an ally. After all these warnings, the good news is this: the apple is not the enemy. Ignorance is the enemy. When you use it incorrectly, it is a troublemaker. But when you use it correctly with wisdom and knowledge, it remains one of the most wonderful, complete gifts nature has given us for aging well. Remember, the science still stands true. When eaten the right way, apples really are fantastic for supporting your heart health, helping to manage diabetes, and protecting your brain as you age. You do not have to give them up. You just have to change your relationship with them. Think back to all the people we talked about today. Helen, Frank, Linda, Daniel. They all had problems, but they all found solutions just by making small, smart adjustments. Now you have the map. You know where the landmines are buried. You know about the pesticide crust, the cyanide seeds, the mold iceberg, the sugar flood, and the allergy alarm bell. You have the power to take this double-edged sword and hold it by the handle so it defends your health instead of hurting you. Let us summarize your new apple ritual for longevity. Number 1. Always wash them thoroughly with baking soda or vinegar, or buy organic. Number 2. Never eat the seeds or core. Number 3. Never eat a moldy apple ever. Number 4. Practice moderation. 1 a day is plenty. Number 5. Never eat it alone. Always pair it with a protein or healthy fat partner. Number 6. Embrace variety. Eat all the colors of the rainbow. Number 7. Be a healer, not a peeler. Eat that golden shield after washing it well. Number 8. Keep them fresh in the fridge, not dying on the counter. Number 9. Listen to your body's signals. If raw apples tingle, cook them instead. It is not about being perfect. It is about being wiser today than you were yesterday. Before I let you go, I have a small favor to ask. Which of these 9 mistakes surprised you the most today? Are you a peeler or a seed eater? Have you been ignoring that tingle in your mouth? Please be honest and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might inspire someone else to make a simple but powerful change for their health. And if this video helped you understand your aging body a little better, please click the share button. Send this video to your friends or family members over 60 who love apples. You might save them from ingesting toxins or ignoring a serious allergy warning. Sharing knowledge is caring. And listen closely, because our journey into hidden food dangers is not over. In fact, it is just beginning. We talked today about how apples can have hidden dangers like pesticides and allergies. But there is another very common breakfast food that is even more notoriously dangerous when mixed with certain heart medications, especially statins for cholesterol and some blood pressure drugs. It is a fruit that acts like a monkey wrench thrown into the machinery of your liver, causing your medicines to build up to toxic levels in your blood. If you are taking pills for your heart or cholesterol, you absolutely need to know about this forbidden fruit. I have created a special video just to warn you about this major danger. It is called "Why Seniors Should Never Eat Grapefruit If They Take These Meds." This is life-saving information that every older adult needs to hear. Click on that video that is on your screen right now. Let's go over there together and make sure your breakfast is not secretly sabotaging your health. Please subscribe to the channel so we can keep learning together. I am Dr. Adams. Stay safe, stay curious, and keep nourishing your ageless vitality with wisdom.